Hey everybody, it's Kate. Let's see. Am I live? Always got to check. Let's just see. Oops. Callie thinks we're live. Let's see. If you're here, if you can hear me, let me know. Always takes like a second or two for this thing to get going. It's a Friday. Internet could be on vacation. Let me know that you guys got me. Let's see. I'm just looking to check. Let's see. All right. Good. Yay. Okay. Success. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Say hi. Let me know who's here, where you're from. We actually have this amazing, gorgeous day outside. It's what we've been waiting for. It's amazing. It's beautiful, sunny. Doesn't look like any clouds in the sky, and just really, really nice. So hey, Lisa, I see you're there, and I've got something really, really cool I want to share with all of you. I got something frog in my throat, but again, just want to say happy Friday, everybody. I'm looking at the calendar and it's absolutely crazy. It's June. Like, when the heck did this happen? My event is in 3 weeks, and it's so weird because if anyone's ever done an event, you sit there and go like, okay, first you've got like a year, then you got like 6 months, you got a couple of months, then you got a month, and it's like, what the heck? It's I can't even say next month. It's like this month. It's wacky how all of a sudden it's moving slow, and then all of a sudden it's like wham. There's the event popping up. So, anyways, I'm super excited about that. That I can't believe it's 3 weeks away, and I hope everyone's joining me at Conversations to Clients Live. It's a brand new event, very excited about, and I'm kind of totally thinking outside the box on this one, and just really, really super excited about it. So, anyways, as I'm working on it, I experienced something that I want to kind of share with all of you, and I've got some really cool things I want to share with you. So again, please say hi. Let me know who's here so I know, and all that stuff. It's always nice knowing who's on the other end. And so what I'm going to be sharing with you today are kind of this question that I always ask myself, and I've been asking myself it, I think probably since my business began or before I began, and it just helps me so much. Every time I am ready to take that next level, to break through, to do something. And it's such a solid question, so I want to share it with all of you. And actually, what kind of prompted me to share this with you is I was watching a TV show last night on HBO. I watched a couple of episodes. Those are called Big Little Lies. Has anybody out there seen that? It's got Nicole Kidman and Reese Witherspoon and Shailene Woodley. Has anyone seen that at all? I actually read the book, and then I saw it was on, they did a little mini series of it, so I watched it. And one of the characters, Reese Witherspoon's character, it's kind of interesting. She's got a couple of kids, and one from one marriage, one from another. And she kind of does this minor little bit of freak out because she's seeing her kids grow up. Like, one of them's going into first grade. One of them now is becoming more independent. She's a teenager. And she's sitting there kind of saying, like, part of her is like really happy to see her kids are moving forward, that they're growing, they're expanding and all that. But another part of her is just feeling really scared, insecure, frightened, all sorts of things, because she sees that things are changing, and it scares her. And in some ways, as happy as she is to see her kids grow, she's also kind of scared to see things change. And I was kind of observing it in a really interesting way, from actually more from a coach's perspective, I would say, how I coach my clients, and I realized that's so much what we all do. I see my clients do it. I do it to myself. Everybody does it. That we kind of we're parenting ourselves, but are we always parenting ourselves in a way to succeed? Because you think about it, that if part of the parent wants the child to go on and go do this and go do this and go do this, and it's wonderful, but the other part is like, but I liked it when you were just like so little and independent and totally needed me, and I was like the center of your universe, all that kind of stuff. And it's very conflicting, right? And so when you think about it, for you personally, as you're growing and expanding in your business, whether you're brand new in your business, whether you've been around a couple of years, a decade, whatever, that you're also kind of going through that too. That part of you wants to kind of get to that next level, whatever that might be, whether it's experiences or opportunities, or how you're offering your services, or money, it could be anything like that. But it also could be too that part of you likes it kind of in the comfort zone where it's nice and cozy, and you kind of know what to expect. You know what you're doing. You know who you're working with. You know how you're working with them. So I want you to just kind of think about that today, because that's really what I want to talk to you about in this live stream. So again, please say hi. Let me know you're there. And if you have any questions as I'm going along, I'll periodically be checking. So let me know who's here, where you're from, all that good stuff. And I'm just kind of opening this up because I'm broadcasting off my laptop. So this way, Facebook always changes how you do things. They have this thing. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyways, so I want to talk about that because that's such a big block for you, for me, for everybody when we're trying to move forward if we're constantly kind of also pulling ourselves back. And sometimes I actually, because of my level of expertise and who I am, my gifts, that says I almost see it like a ping pong ball in somebody's head, like, like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And you understand when you do that to yourself, it makes it very, very difficult to move ahead. So if that's making sense to all of you, or maybe kind of creating some awareness, please share. And I'll be, like I said, I'll periodically be looking at my Facebook page to see if anybody has any questions. But I want you to really think about that, because that is stopping you from moving forward. That there's part of you that is really present, and part of you wants to really tap into all your brilliance and say, yes, I want to do this, and this would be amazing, and it'd be so cool, and all this other kind of stuff. And there's the other part of you goes, but I like it here, and I know what's going on. And so when you've got those two conflicting things, it's almost like you're stuck, right? It makes you almost paralyzed. And that's not a good thing, because if you want to be in that place, you should be able to help yourself get there and get the support you need to get there, as opposed to keeping yourself stuck. And so back to that example I was sharing with you about, that I saw on TV, that when you think about it, as little kids, our parents say things to us like, be careful, slow down, wait till you get a little bit older. And so these are things that we heard over and over again as little kids, right? And our parents aren't saying it to us to be mean. They're doing it because they want to keep us safe. And remember, if you've ever heard me teach before, I always talk about, a hierarchy of needs and Maslow's hierarchy, and one of the core needs is to be safe. So our parents are trying to keep us safe when they say things like, be careful, slow down, watch it, you're not old enough yet, all those kinds of things. But it's also creating a lot of fear, okay? It creates a lot of fear base. And again, parents are doing it to protect us, right? But if when we hear this as a little kid, we don't have the wherewithal in our brain to start to discern, what does this really mean? My mom's saying be careful because she doesn't want me running in the street. Yeah, that's a really valid thing. But also, too, when do you say be careful and when do you say go for it? Right? Because in our head, we just keep hearing that be careful, be careful, be careful over and over again. Or we hear slow down, or we hear wait till we're older, or wait till you're this, or wait till you're that. So do you see how that stops you? And I'm just curious, is that resonating? Can you think about maybe something that, you remember hearing, or maybe you've said to your kids or to your nieces or nephew, or, I know when I used to babysit my nieces and nephew when they were really little, I'm sure I said the same things to them too. Like, be careful, or wait for me, stuff like that. And so just kind of think about that for a moment. I want that to just kind of sink in for a second. And, again, please say hi. Let me know who's here. Oops, So what I want you to be thinking about is that when you're replaying these things over and over again in your head, like to be careful, to slow down, wait, or all that kind of stuff, you're still playing that same recording today. So whether now you're 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, whatever, you're still playing that recording about go slow or be careful, and that's hurting you. So what I want to share with you is that the things I always ask myself, is a question I always ask myself. It's only 4 words long. And I always ask myself, like, does this honor me? And so when you're able to get that into your logical part of your brain, the part that's present right now, the adult side, not the little child who's hearing, be careful, slow down. But if you're able to kind of take that into and get present, get really, really clear, get really, really present, and ask yourself, does this honor me? That kind of opens up a whole new expansion of what you can actually do and where you can actually go. So when you're able to do that and you realize, like, yeah, doing this would really honor me, right? It's kind of getting me to where I want to go. Then you've got to look at it and say, like, so what's holding me back? What are the stories I'm telling myself? What are the voices I'm hearing? And I don't mean like crazy voices, but I mean, these are recordings. Understand that probably about 75% of the thoughts you had yesterday, same thoughts you had today, and are going to be the same thoughts you had tomorrow. And so if you ever wonder why you're stuck and why you've only hit a certain plateau or a set point or whatever you want to call it, it's because these things keep playing over and over and over again in your head. So if you see that's happening to you, but yet part of you wants to go somewhere. So again, you want to just challenge yourself to say, does it honor me? So if it does honor you, then you've got to realize that these negative stories, voices, etc., are the things that are holding you back. Okay? And that means it's time to get the support you need to move forward. So what I want to suggest to you is 3 things to do. And one is something to go towards love, right? A lot of times people get so scared that they run away, and then they're kind of running away from fear. But you want to go towards love. So to give you a really good example of that, what that means is that when I first started my business, I made this decision like, no way on earth did I ever want to have a boss again or go back and work in a job. So that was me being propelled by fear. Now how it is for my business is like I just love what I'm doing. I love the people I'm working with. I love the people I connect with. I love sharing my message. And it's all about love, and that's what draws me. So you've got to ask yourself, are you being propelled by fear, or are you going towards love? Because if you go towards love, then that's allowing you to resonate with what you're doing and to help you move forward. The second thing you want to ask yourself is really to get clear, are you in touch with what you really want? Because again, there's so much chitter chatter out there. There's really so much chitter chatter out there. If you go look on Facebook, there's like a zillion posts about this thing and that thing, and on the news and here and there and everywhere. Oh my gosh, I'll be out somewhere and I see everybody's like, on their iPhones or smartphones, whatever, and they're not even present with the people that they're with. So you've got to be really, really clear on what is it that you want. What is it that you want? So then you ask yourself, does this honor me? Then is this aligned and bring you towards what's going to honor you? Because if you want to, let's say, be really great at what you're doing, and you want, let's say, recognition, or you want to have clients who just absolutely love working with you, well, you've got to ask yourself, then, is that action going to help bring you closer to that? And if it's a yes, then that means you need to move forward and do something about all those voices and things that are popping up that are slowing you down. The third thing I want to share with you is that you can't do it alone. And they've done studies. I mean, Harvard, all these neuroscience people, MIT, everywhere's done these studies. And the 2 things you need to know is that when you're supported by the right people, I'm not talking about just anybody. So again, not knocking your partner and stuff like that. They could truly love you more than anybody possible, but you need people to be supported by a community that really, really sees your brilliance. And family, unfortunately, doesn't always see your brilliance. There's too many stories around it, too much tied into it. But people who just really see your brilliance, you want to make sure you're surrounded by a community that does see it and supports your growth. And the second thing is you want to have a mentor. None of us can do it alone, and the thing is, we all see the thing through our lenses. So when someone else is able to say, like, wait a minute, you're stopping yourself, or wait a minute, this is a pattern you always fall into, or wait a minute, you keep saying you want to do this, but then you're stopping short, and this is what lights you up. You need someone to help guide you through that. Okay, so those are the 3 things that are so critical to have, to allow you to step forward into your brilliance, to have more success, to really build a business and life that you love. So again, it's the first thing was look at my notes, is to move towards love instead of running away from fear. The second thing is to be really, really clear. Clarity, we use that word a lot, but it's missing from so many entrepreneurs' vocabulary. Have that clarity of what is it that you want to create, why you are an entrepreneur. And the third thing is get the support, both from a mentor and from a community that supports you. That supports your brilliance, that wants to help bring it out. That is so very, very critical. So, again, always ask yourself, does this honor me? Those are the words I use. That's what I teach my clients. I find it makes all the difference. And I just want to see if anybody has any questions. Let's see. Or anybody get any ahas from what I just shared? This is really, really key stuff. I go to so many networking events. I travel all over the place, speak on stages, main stages all across the country. And these are things I see that people just keep falling into. So I highly recommend, you really look at what you're doing. Because everybody falls into this. I do, you do, everybody does. And see, where can you start to do things differently? Where can you start to do things, start to shift? And where can you get the support you need? So I want to wish everybody a really wonderful Friday. I'm going to get on with my day. I've got so much. Oh my gosh, in a week I have to get everything to get printed up for the event, because it's like they need time. So I've got a busy day ahead of me. That's my action plan today. Get everything good and going for them. And I hope I get to see all of you at Conversations to Clients Live. Let me just actually give you guys this in case anybody has not got their ticket yet and wants to join me. It's Conversations to Clients Live. It's going to be an amazing transformational event. We're going to be doing lots of tapping. If you've ever tapped before, we're going to be doing that. I'm going to teach you if you've never done it. And it's all about the transformation. So not about taking a binder full of notes, and just to really make you so much more comfortable with the whole enrollment process. So that being said, is there anything else? Oh, we're actually almost sold out, just so everybody knows, for the event. And I know someone asked me a question, so just to share real quickly about the event. It is about the sales conversation, but not your typical event about sales conversations. Yes, I will teach you what to say, but then how to make it authentic. We're really focusing in on not just your clients' objections, time, money, doing it themselves, all that kind of stuff, but we're also focusing in on what's going on inside of you. The beliefs that you're not good enough, beliefs like you're charging too much money, what if you can't help them, what if this, what if that. That's where the power and the beauty of what's going to be happening in this event, that I want to start pulling you into your place of power, so you're able to just really own what you do, own your craft, own your expertise, own your brilliance, because that's what magnetizes and attracts everybody to you. So I hope I see everybody. Conversationstoclientslive.com. Get your ticket before we're sold out. And I want to wish everybody a wonderful rest of the day. Bye now.